The title of this book, Running in Slippers. I love the title already. Tell me where you came up with that.
So the specific story about the moment I came up with the title, it's the introduction in the book, so I won't give that away. But in general, what it means is in Hawaii, flip-flops are called slippers. So it basically means running in flip-flops. And running in flip-flops is a metaphor for the journey of life because it can be a struggle, it can be dangerous. Ideally, if anytime we had to run, we would be wanting to wear a fresh pair of running shoes, but that's not always available. So sometimes we have to run in slippers, and it can be a struggle and painful, but it can also be fun and adventurous, kind of like our first interview. Like, it didn't work out, so now we're running in slippers and doing it again.
Yeah.
And the reason I wrote it is because most of what we see on social media is profoundly filtered and edited. Even in real life, we're all walking around wearing masks. We pretend everything's okay, and we're not talking about the shitty things that happen to us, but we're all going through the same shitty things. And the reason is because vulnerability is just terrifying. So myself, I had never put this out before because I wanted to seem like I had it all together. I didn't want people to see my flaws. But vulnerability works the opposite way that we think it does. Because when we expose our flaws, it's relatable and it actually creates a sense of connectedness.
And somebody who maybe was looking at you prior, and we talked a little bit about this before with social media, and you being in Hawaii, which we'll talk more about, that, people see this image and they think, oh, you have a perfect life. You don't have anything wrong. There's nothing to complain about. And then they get the truth and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, like I was telling you before, the pictures I post on Instagram, I'm surfing, I'm hiking, I'm laughing. So people just assume that I'm living the life. I've even had people assume that I'm retired because I don't post pictures of me working because that's boring. And on some level, I am living the life. But if you read my book, you'll know that I'm not. And I had several people make comments to me after they read the book that how relatable it was. And it was just so heartwarming to me because that was my goal of the book. Like, no, you're not alone. We're all going through these things.